Ladies in Lavender is a 2004 British drama film written and directed by Charles Dance, who based his screenplay on a short story by William J.Locke. Plot: set in picturesque coastal Cornwall, in a tight-knit fishing village in 1936. Ladies in Lavender stars Judi Dench and Maggie Smith playing the leading roles of sisters Ursula and Janet Whittington. A gifted young Polish violinist from Kraków, Andrea is bound for America when he is swept overboard by a storm. When the Whittington sisters discover the handsome stranger on the beach below the house, they nurse him back to health. However, the presence of the musically talented young man disrupts the peaceful lives of the sisters and the community in which they live. Holidaying artist Olga Danilov, the sister of famed violinist Boris Danilov, becomes interested in Andrea after hearing him play the violin. As time progresses, Olga and Andrea grow closer. Olga tells her brother of Andrea's talent, and he asks to meet Andrea in London. Although Andrea cares deeply for the sisters, he knows this is his chance to start a career, and he leaves with Olga without saying goodbye to the women. He later sends them a letter, along with a portrait of himself painted by Olga, thanking them for saving his life. The sisters travel to London to attend Andrea's first public performance in Britain, while the rest of the village listens in on the wireless. Principal cast: Judi Dench as Ursula Whittington, Maggie Smith as Janet Whittington, Daniel Bruhl as Andrea Marofsky, Natasha McElhone as Olga Danilov, Miriam Margolis as Dorcas, David Warner as Dr. Me. Production: William Locke's original story was first published on 26 December 1908 in Collier's Magazine, Volume 42, later appearing in book form in his short story collection Faraway Stories. The film marked the directorial debut of actor Charles Dance. Longtime friends Maggie Smith and Judi Dench were appearing together in a play in London's West End when Dance first approached them about the project. They immediately accepted his offer without even reading the script. The film is the first English-language role for German actor Daniel Bruhl. Filming took place in September and October 2003. Exteriors were filmed in Chatsworth, Helston, St. Ives and Prussia Cove in Cornwall. Interiors were filmed at the Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire. Soundtrack: the film's original music was written by Nigel Hess and performed by Joshua Bell and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Hess received a Classical Brit Awards nomination for Best Soundtrack Composer. The violin music played by Andrea, including compositions by Felix Mendelssohn, Niccolò Paganini, Jules Massenet, Claude Debussy, Pablo de Sarasate and Johann Sebastian Bach, was also performed by Bell. Ladies in Lavender 406, Olga 331, Teaching Andrea 253, Fantasy for Violin and Orchestra 340, Meditation from Ties by Jules Massenet 501, Our Secret 201, On the Beach 233, Introduction and Tarantella Op. 43 inches by Pablo de Sarasate 516, The Letter 225, Polish Dance, Zabor Weselna 241, Stirrings 150, Potatoes 149, The Girl with Flaxen Hair by Claude Debussy 233, A Broken Heart 333, Two Sisters 222, The Carnival of Venice 920. Reception: Ladies in Lavender grossed £2,604,852 in the UK and $6,759,422 in the US. Its total worldwide gross was $20,439,793. It received its New York premiere at the 4th Annual Tribeca Film Festival. Prior to its release in the UK, the film was shown at the Taormina Film Festival and the Toronto Film Festival. It was released as Les Dames de Courneuil in France, Der Duft von Lavendel in Germany, Lavendel für Corner in Sweden, and Parfum de Lavande in French-speaking Canada. Both Judi Dench and Maggie Smith were nominated for Best European Actress at the European Film Awards. Dench was nominated for the Alf's Award for British Actress of the Year by the London Film Critics Circle. The film was positively received by the critics. In his review in the New York Times, Stephen Holden said, "Sink into the roles as comfortably as house cats burrowing into a down quilt on a windswept, rainy night." This amiably far-fetched film heralds the return of the comfy movie, the cinematic equivalent of a visit from a cherished but increasingly dithery maiden aunt. In this fading, sentimental genre peopled with grand dames making grande pronouncements, the world revolves around tea, gardening and misty watercolor memories. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times called the film perfectly sweet and civilized. It's a pleasure to watch Smith and Dench together. Their acting is so natural it could be breathing. In The Guardian, Peter Bradshaw observed that, despite a bit of shortbread sugary emotion and an ending that fizzles out disappointingly, there's some nice period detail and decent lines in Charles Dance's directing debut. While Philip French of The Observer commented on the beautiful setting, a succession of implausible incidents, and characteristically excellent work from Smith and Dench. Peter Keogh of the Boston Phoenix said, "This exercise in scenery and music is as innocuous as a nosegay." In the Chicago Tribune, Robert K. Elder awarded the film 2 out of a possible 4 stars and added, "Exemplifies that kind of polite, underdramatic masterpiece theater staging that can either provide a surgical examination of English society or bore the pants off you." Ladies in Lavender does a bit of both. Directed Dance's momentum fades soon after Andrea's ankle mends, and we're left with a vague backstory involving Andrea's intent to emigrate to America, though the mystery of how he ended up in Cornwall is never revisited nor revealed. Becomes sort of a blank character, a personality on whom we can impose our own curiosity and emotions. As compelling and original as this theme is, it's not enough to keep our attention, no matter how lovely the ladies in Lavender are.